Awaken to love.
This episode was recorded June 24th, 2026, Pride Month.
Hello, welcome to Awaken to Love, episode 11.1. If you've been following the podcast, you know that I already have a couple of episodes recorded that have not been released yet. And I thought that I would have had these out by now, but I just wanted to do one more before I drop those two. So I'm here in Mount Shasta, once again, one of my favorite places in the world. Just grounding in, sipping some yerba mate, and having a really nice time. I really love it here. Oh look, we're just in time for our surprise guest, Mr. Miller, Mr. Mitchell Miller. Mitch, you want to put some headphones on?
Oh, wow.
Mitch, how we feeling?
I'm feeling the love right now.
Mitchell Miller is a local Mount Shasta resident and a musician in a band called Living in Love. One of my favorite bands in the world.
Well, I'm flattered. And to be clear, it's a prayer to live in love. I'm learning. And it's me and my partner Alyssa, whose beautiful sanctuary house we're at. And we love Flint very much. And anytime he comes here, we always revel in music and joy.
Yeah, Mitch was one of my very first friends that I made when I first visited Mount Shasta for my first time, and he and Alyssa, they just warmed my heart and charmed me to the core. So we've stayed in touch, and Mitch, I want you to push some of these buttons. Very good. I created this little ambient pad instrument out of samples from Hiroshi Yoshimura, one of my favorite Japanese ambient artists.
What was his name?
Hiroshi Yoshimura.
Hiroshi
Yoshimura.
Yoshimura.
Yeah.
Blessings, brother.
Yeah, we're listening to his track now. This is his track, Wetland.
So how do you do that? Do you program it? Do you have a program where you can clip?
I did it in Logic. You hear how every segment is kind of shifting through notes? Well,
Change the pitch?
my idea was to find a tiny segment where it's just a solid with no change of pitch. So I just found a tiny segment of each part and then stretched it out so that it would be just like a single thing like this. Yeah, it's one of my favorite ambient artists, and I discovered it a few years ago, and as soon as I found that album, I couldn't stop listening to it. I put it on all the time. And it's kind of a rarity. It's not on Spotify or any streaming services. You can only find it on YouTube and SoundCloud from fans who have uploaded it. So, yeah, I don't really know how Hiroshi's estate feels about that. I don't think they have it properly distributed. But it's a blessing. It's a blessing when you find an artist that really, touches your soul like that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Shout out to the friend there. No, seriously, because thanks for doing the deep work and diving deep and finding the music and going onto SoundCloud and finding artists that, I'm that way. I've been playing music for 12, 15 years, and I don't have much out on Spotify or anything like that. If you want to find me, you got to come find me in a random cave around here.
Yeah, we've got some recordings that are gonna be coming out.
Yes, exactly. And it's just they're coming soon.
We got some works in progress from Living in Love.
Yeah.
So check this out. Not only did I create that pad instrument, but I also made a full-on remix of that song. It's not very long. It's a vibe, right?
I love it.
Just like that.
That's tasty. I have a question.
Yeah.
Like when you play that, what do you visualize? What does it make you feel, Flint?
I mean, I guess something like that just came out of just an exploration, you know? It's not like I sat and thought to myself, I want to express the concept of metamorphosis.
Well, I'm saying, that now that it's I'm talking post, Nick, now that it's created, just like in that moment when you listen to it, what do you feel? It doesn't even have to be a visual. It can just be a feeling.
It feels like a sound that is kind of timeless because I've heard the original version so much. But I just gave it a little groove, and I don't know. It gives me a sense of peace, That's what it does.
Good.
Yeah, I've been thinking about putting that in an ecstatic dance.
Oh yeah.
It would have to be the right kind of scenario, the right crowd for something like that.
Or like right placement in the set.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're not just gonna put that on during the peak when everybody's jumping up and down.
Yeah.
It could be the wind down. Probably a wind down.
A wind down, or like into, I don't know. I'm not as familiar with, because I've never designed one before. But like I understand the general concept is like a birthing, awakening, and kind of like starting to build energy and going and then peaking and then like shifting up the vibe a few times before bringing it back down.
It's like Mount Shasta itself.
Really? Including Shastina, where it's like that's the
Yeah, sometimes you get two waves
waves
in a dance.
I can dig it.
Yeah.
Like a two wave dance.
How long you been in Mount Shasta now, man?
I have been living in Mount Shasta now, in the city, for 3 years and 3 months. And it feels like 30 years. Each year here is different. I moved to the area in 2020 in October, and I lived in the Redding area, which is an hour south of us in the most northern part of the Northern California valley, and with the intention to move here. And so 3 years.
What do you like? What's your take of Mount Shasta? How would you describe this area and like the community here?
That's a loaded question. I'll start from the top. Mount Shasta is such a wonderful place. Physical beauty. It's a 14,000 foot mountain that just comes out of nowhere. It's just the nearest mountain next to it is 9,000, so it just stands alone. She has snow on her most of the year and just has her own ecosystem on every side of the mountain. It's so easy to fall in love with her physical beauty, as well as the energetics of it. many people have stories about Mount Shasta, but generally it comes to that it's a place where light comes from. It's like a portal or a vortex, a place where from the universe at large where a lot of energy comes through to the earth energy. And saying that already is something that's very normalized while living in here, but it goes into deep spiritual concepts and even different levels of like dimensional physics. But I'd say it is a place that many people are magnetized to deeper seek spirituality or alternative styles of living that are including dance community, including living more with nature, and a lot of van lifers as well, and people just traveling around trying to find themselves.
And there's crystals, right?
Many crystals. Like today, I work at a crystal shop, and it's this beautiful store called Soul Connections, and they also have an organic farm. So
Big ups to Soul Connection.
Shout out. I just left there.
Big ups.
Woo! Your boys working the counter. So this how my day went. I started by digging a hole in the earth because we're dealing with irrigation. So I'm digging in the dirt, and then my second half of the day is like, where are you coming in from? Enjoy your crystals. And I'm working at the front counter.
So you're like dealing in crystals.
I am full on. Did I tell you I went to the crystal shop?
You're slanging crystals.
I know. I never thought this. It just happened. Y'all, and it's real.
Do you ever think like when somebody's buying a crystal, you want to bring like a slingshot and just like put it at like, just be like, stand back, go by the door. I'm going to deliver your crystal to you, and just like put it and like give them like a baseball mat so you can like shoot a crystal at them. Be like, I'm slanging crystals.
Slinging them. I want to go even farther back. I don't even want a slingshot. I want whatever David used against Goliath, and I want one of those.
Sling.
A sling, yeah, full on, just like.
It could be dangerous. I mean, you might break something in there.
Yeah, well, that's part of it's the risk you take when you're trying to sling crystals. But yeah, it's very fascinating. I won't go deep into it, but I went to the gem show in Tucson.
Oh,
I
yeah?
got to experience like people from all over the world bringing crystals from all over the world, and there's like thousands of vendors. It's there's ups and downs to the industry of it, of how the crystals are produced ethically, like most of everything that's available for purchase. But it was special. Like
around here, there's all these like new age people that like believe in like vortexes and like, the crystal thing, the crystal culture. Like everybody likes to assign like different energy qualities to crystals. Like, do you get into that? Do you feel like there's something to that? Like a certain type of crystal has some type of particular energy that it resonates with. Like, what do you think about that?
Yeah.
I mean, you're working at the crystal shop.
I work at the crystal shop now.
Choose your words wisely.
Yeah, I will. Looking at all you beautiful souls listening to the camera, I will tell you this. I genuinely feel crystals are these incredible, not only physical specimen, but I think, if you look into consciousness, I think that it does hold energy, and each one can hold a certain energy. So I think it's a dance of, my answer is yes, that crystals have certain properties that you can attract, but what's the most important is your intention to it. So it's an amplifier. So it doesn't do it for you. You're the one as a human being with willpower to speak the intention and to live the intention, and it can act as an amplifier. So that's my answer.
Word. Yeah. Did you know that clocks use quartz crystal to like keep time? Did you know about that?
I've heard this before. And
so like, have you ever seen like a clock? It says quartz on it, like a quartz clock.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Like you look at an old school clock, it just says quartz. I used to notice that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I learned somehow that what they're actually doing with a quartz clock is they have like a tiny bit of quartz crystal in there, and they zap it with electricity. So they're like electrifying the crystal, and supposedly like the frequency, like the resonant frequency of the crystal when it's electrified is so steady. Like the frequency itself is so reliably constant that they're then able to use that frequency as the measurement tool to keep the clock itself in time, rather than relying on springs and stuff like that. And the world clock uses not even quartz. I think it uses another type of like more rare crystal that's even more exact with its frequency. Mm-hmm. But when I found that out, I just thought it was like bananas.
It's special. I mean, they're probably an incredible technology, It's like maybe they're like, I think about that frequently here, where gold miners were looking for gold and going through different crystals, and they're like throwing them over their shoulders. And who knows that, in the future, understanding the principles of it and how to use them for the energy they hold. So that's a cool fact. Thanks for sharing that.
It's pretty wild.
Crystals are cool. That's the synopsis you should take away from this. Crystals are cool.
Yeah, I started looking into that because I was curious about the concept of like time as we measure it, like down to like seconds. Like a second is like, the smallest unit of time measurement that we use, and then like 60 seconds is a minute, 60 minutes is an hour, blah blah blah. So like a day, like really we're thinking of like we're like taking like fractions of an entire day, right?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
No, every second breaks down into a fraction.
But the thing is that the Earth itself, it doesn't have it's not the exact same length of time every day. Like regardless of like the solstice where like more hours of daylight, like the 24-hour cycle itself is a little bit wobbly.
Yeah.
Like it's not exactly the same length. And so that's why they eventually started measuring time with like crystals. So they could have like a more exact measurement of time. And that's how they figured out that like there's a slightly different length of time between each Earth rotation.
Yeah.
It makes you think, right?
It makes you think. And then I've even heard recently that like it's also the gravitational in relation to it. So depending on if you're like in an airplane, even though it's not that much, there's still the time is different even by a fraction of a second depending on your altitude.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. I mean, and that's interesting how time relates to gravity. And as far as like, who knows at different places in this wide cosmos, how many places have time that just operates much differently. Time is unique. But I don't know. That's a we'll say a wormhole itself or a black hole. We know I get pulled into right now, I guess. I don't want to go too deep.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be a bit of a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, do you have any songs that you would want to play? You want to play a song for us?
Yeah.
I'll hold a microphone at your face and another one at your guitar. This will be super goofy. I always make fun of people when they do stuff like this. But for the sake of the vibe, what are you going to
I can do this too. I can put something right here.
I got you. What are you going to sing?
Well, in the name of love, I was thinking I wrote this like cute, goofy love song years ago. It's one of the first songs I wrote back in my early days. You want to hear that one?
I love songs. Let's hear it.
Okay. It's something like called Love Is Forever, something like that. Love is forever. Love is kind. Love is something that can be yours and mine. Of all the love that I could choose, the love I want is you. Well, love is so silly. Love is a mess. Love is something that I want to caress. Of all the love that I could choose, the love I want is you. It's unstoppable, it's something that you feel. If love is one thing, it's something that is real. So say I do to me and you. Yeah. All right, you got to give me a little solo. It's unstoppable, it is something that you feel. And if love is one thing, it's something that is real. So say I do.
I do.
To me and you.
You and me, baby.
All the way through.
All the way through.
Talking about me and the universe, to be clear. But you're included in that.
Me?
Yes, you.
Wow.
That's that.
Wow. Wow. Oh, hello, landlord. If you speak, no one will hear you because we're recording on microphones right now. Yeah, we're in the middle of a session. Okay. Yeah. Now, Mitch, I thought it was really funny that, that we're like two guys and you're singing a love song to me.
Well,
Because it's Pride Month.
It is.
Oh, wow! Woo! Yeah! Oh my! Oh my! Oh my God! Look at that! It's starting to even look like a triple rainbow. Oh my God! It's full on double rainbow all the way across the sky. Oh my God!
It is. Blessings to that. My brother and sister both celebrate, and I love everybody. So that's a love song for each and every one of you.
I had a concept that I wanted to make a podcast episode, and it would just be called Gay. And it would be like the Pride Month episode. But since I'm not gay, I would just talk about things that make me feel gay. And happy.
And happy, yeah.
Yeah, happy things.
All things gay.
The classical sense of being gay, and happy.
When did that change?
Well, I don't know. I really don't know, and it's beyond my scope of of understanding or.
Yeah, so that's fine. Fair. It did change though. We can address that.
We can talk. Let's talk about things that make us feel gay. Why don't we?
Well,
I love skipping, and it makes me feel so happy and gay every time. It lifts my spirit every time I go for a good skip. I could be walking across the field, and I'm like, I could get there more quickly if I run, but like that's not so fun. But skipping is like that happy medium, that gay medium in between.
I don't think it's. I think it's like. What do you? I mean, like, it's like a 4 out of 10.
Of what?
Gay.
Like in a happy sense?
Yeah, or both.
Or a homo sense?
I mean, in a happy sense, I'd say 7.
We're not talking about homosexuality.
Oh.
You don't have to be homosexual to skip.
Well, I'm not saying that in that way. I mean, it's like you can embrace it.
Yeah. No, well, look.
If you're like, embody. I meant to say embody it.
I would challenge anyone to go for a skip and not feel gay.
I kind of wish we could have a skipping portion of this, but
we can splice it in. Yeah, we'll get some footage.
Okay, we could, because I skip. I even did like skipping exercises back when I did track in high school. We do different types of skips to like warm our bodies up.
Did you?
Yeah, you power skip. You ever power skip?
No, I don't know what this is.
Oh, I can skip fast. Actually, too, this is a good time to plug my grandma. My grandma has physical trophies for power walking contests.
Okay.
So I got that in.
Well, power walking, I get. You're walking, but like with like with vigor.
Mm-hmm.
So what about power skipping?
Power skipping, I think they translate well. So I think it could probably. I don't know what type of what if it's like 100-meter skip or
sometimes
it's like a 40 meter skip dash.
Sometimes I skip and I feel a little self-conscious, because like for some reason like I still like have an attachment where I care about what people think about me. But like I'll just be skipping and feeling gay AF, and then like I'll notice that somebody might be looking at me, so I'll switch it up and like start pretending I'm on an obstacle course or something, just doing like a military practice, like jumping through tires, and the tires aren't really there, but maybe it makes me look a little bit more macho,
I see that.
Instead of looking so gay.
I mean, that's what's fun about this word. It's very fluid. It can mean a lot of things. So for me, I'd say,
yeah, what makes you feel gay?
What kind of gay?
Happy gay.
Happy gay.
I mean, unless you're here to like, come out of the closet and reveal something.
No, I'm not. I mean, like I said,
you're straight for Alyssa, right?
I'm straight for Alyssa. My joke is, it's not a good joke, and I haven't even workshopped it yet. But it's like, this is where the concept would go. It'd be like, I grew up with a gay brother and a gay sister, and it turns out that we're all gay because my brother likes men, my sister likes women, and I like crystals.
So gay, bro.
I know that's the so that it has legs, I think, unless you're humoring me, and I'd appreciate it if you were to. It's okay. But
It has legs.
I secretly would love to be a comedian, but
I think your joke has wings, dude.
it has wings.
It has one pair of legs and one pair of wings, like a bird, no hands. Poor birds.
I'd say singing to nature, not in nature, to nature.
Makes you feel gay.
Yeah,
Nice and cheerful.
yeah, totally.
Yeah. There's some things that are just undeniably merry
Yeah,
and gay. You know, like jingle bells,
mm-hmm.
they jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is in a gay horse open sleigh.
So the horses are happy.
Isn't there a Christmas song that says gay? I'm dreaming of a gay Christmas.
I'm dreaming of a gay Christmas. That's even the wrong melody.
Deck the halls with boughs
Yeah,
of holly. Fa la 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 gay.
It's close. It is one of those.
I know it's in there somewhere. It says gay, and they just mean happy.
Well, what about the Flintstones? Flintstones too.
Play the Flintstones. Gay.
I have a good time. We'll have a gay old time.
We'll have a gay old time. That's
Yeah.
right. So maybe even like, when was that? The 50s?
Yeah,
The
probably.
Flintstones? Maybe even back in the 50s.
50s was still more happy.
Gay
than
still
it
meant
was.
just like happy.
Yeah.
Look, we're not, don't get us wrong, please. Don't cancel us. We're not trying to like be homophobic here. We're simply examining like etymology, like linguistics, and the way that, words shift their roles in society.
Mm-hmm.
That's all, right?
No, totally, completely. And that being said, is like we honor everybody and everybody's walks of life.
We're totally
But
getting
at
canceled.
the same time, we're like coyotes and jokesters, and like we're not trying to be mean. So we're trying to find that happy medium. So like I always like a good joke. And honestly, like if the word is too sensitive for people who are sensitive to the word gay, I'm genuinely, I understand and I respect you. But a part of me still wishes it could just be like, you could be like, gay.
What does this mean? Oh! Oh my God! Oh! Oh God! It's so bright! Oh my God! It's so bright and vivid! Oh! 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 It's so beautiful!
Just because it's funny. I don't know. Like it doesn't have any orientation or anything like that. It's just like a word, that has many.
Yeah.
Did I lose you? Oh no.
I think it comes down to the intention between the words, right? So, it's like you can tell when somebody is being hateful or when somebody is being silly.
Okay. Yeah,
Right?
that's true.
And if someone's being silly and you're interpreting it as hate, maybe you're just taking yourself too seriously.
I agree. And that's the thing is like I'm comfortable enough, but I also don't want to, I don't like disrupting people. But at the same time, there is a certain level of like, I think oversensitivity can be, not the most beneficial towards like the collective understanding of each other,
Yeah, like I'm not out here to push people's buttons.
Yeah, that's it.
That's not exactly my angle in life,
You're just trying to
I am here
be
to stir
happy
the
and
pot.
gay.
I like stirring the pot.
I can feel that. You got that. I see that.
Like today I
What
made
kind
a
of pots you be stirring?
well, maybe I heat up some water and I put some cacao, and a little bit of coconut milk and some maple syrup. I stir it all up in the pot. It gets warm and tasty and mixed up perfectly.
Give me a more like less metaphorical and more like a situation that happened. Like I want to see where you saw a flame and you said, "I'm not gonna put that out. I'm gonna fan it just a little bit."
Well, I made a Facebook post today. Very simple. Unpopular opinion. Cybertrucks are cool.
So, do you actually think they're cool, or are you setting up like people to just respond.
I knew that if I made that post, that it would probably go in a lot of directions, and some of them might be political. You know, but I actually do think Cybertrucks are kind of cool.
Really?
Yeah.
So get this. I was in the first time I've ever been in a Cybertruck was about a week and a half ago.
What? You've
First
been
time
inside
ever.
one?
One time we went rafting on the Umpqua River, and one of the participants, really sweet fellow, had a Cybertruck. Cybertruck. Tesla. Cybertrucks are cool.
What was it like in there?
There is YouTube and video games.
You have YouTube in the Cybertruck?
I was in the back seat.
Video
I was in the
games?
back seat. I was on the right, and we didn't have a long ride, and I just went for chess.
Is there a screen in the back seat?
There's a screen in the back seat, and the console, like where you in a normal car, that you'd be like this. It's on the back, so you can. It's a touch screen. They had 20 games locked in, ready to go for the kiddos.
Donkey Kong Country 64?
No, it's like Fallout game.
Yeah.
I'd rather
What,
play
the new
old
school shit? Come on.
You know what I would do? I would have like a SNES adapter, and you could just like plug in this controller, and you could sit there and you could play Donkey Kong Country. You could sit there, you could play Donkey Kong Country 2. You could sit there, you could play Donkey Kong Country 3.
Okay.
The third one was
It makes me so happy. I love that game.
It's great.
No, 3 was the best. All of a sudden you get a
With the little-
hovercraft.
and who's the little, what was the girl monkey?
You have Trixie.
Trixie.
Yeah, she was in 2 as well.
And she was also in DK64.
Yeah, DK64.
You had to have that red pack on top, though. You had to put that red pack.
You need the expansion pack for that one.
Yeah, you needed it.
You know,
Got it, though.
You know these mod hackers are doing all kinds of crazy stuff with old games now.
Yeah.
You know about that?
Yeah, I'm more familiar with them doing it about Zelda.
Yeah, I saw a video where somebody took the first level of Super Mario 64, Bob-omb Battlefield. You know that one?
Yes, the classic one. You spiral to the top,
It's
and
like,
the dude's on top.
And you
take the cannons.
Yeah, they took that level and they made it into Zelda. Literally, you're Zelda from like Ocarina of Time, and you're on Bob-omb Battlefield, but it's all Zelda aesthetics.
So they changed them. So was there specific, like, I'm guessing Mario and Zelda were made with the same program, software.
They're so different. They probably were, but they're so different. I mean, the physics, like the controls, everything's so different about them.
That's very true.
Because Zelda doesn't really jump. You know, he slashes and he rolls, but he's not a jumper.
No, you can backflip. Z, trigger, back, jump.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's backflip. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And side jump. If you hold trigger Z and you lock in, and then you can do these side jumps.
Regardless, it's a different experience.
There's currently an N64 inside the house, and we have like 4 cables that allow it to plug into a computer. It's been a while, but I'm still playing.
Let's play some Mario Kart 64 then.
We only have Zelda. We only have Ocarina of Time.
That's not a 4-player game.
I know.
It's not even a 2-player game.
Well, you can play my account.
It's 1-player.
I'm at the Forest Temple. I'm an adult.
When I was a kid, I played mostly 1-player games because I was just an only child, and I didn't usually had other people around.
I wish I had like a small violin. You know, see, like, that must have been kind of lame. Did you have like cousins or no?
I had a friend who would come over sometimes, and so then we would play multiplayer games. But it wasn't all the time. He wasn't like in the neighborhood, you know?
No, I respect that. Like, if there's a truth, I do remember loving so much watching my brother play video games. To the point where he just hated that I was hanging out. He'd like, go away. And then I found out, well, the thing, I don't know. Well, he started getting older, and then he had friends come over. But, like, you know, it made sense because he just doesn't want his little brother hanging around. It was a sad day, though.
Well, I felt like, the 1-player games, they just had more to them. Like, there's more worlds to explore.
Yeah.
They're more fleshed out. The multiplayer games are just kind of like repetitive, like the same kind of like we're all just in an arena just doing the thing.
It's a party game.
It's a party
It's
thing.
like Mario Party, but it's fun. You know, it's like, oh, we're doing the thing. But I feel that's why I like any Zelda game, classic. What other games could you say in that system? or in that time, or like what other games would you play? Were you like into fantasy or into art role playing games like Final Fantasy and
In 64, I just played Mario and Star Fox.
Star Fox?
DK64. Rogue Squadron. The Star Wars game.
Mm-hmm.
Flying around.
That was cool. I remember that.
That's
I
a
had
cool
that game
game.
too.
Naboo
And you could-
Starfighter.
It was always so hard to like wrap those giant like camel guys. I don't know the camel guys. You know what I'm talking about? You flew this
the
plane.
camel walkers.
Those little camel walker guys. Sorry, Star Wars fans. I'm sorry.
AT-ATs.
Yes. It was always so hard to wrap them up, trip them up.
Yeah, that was always a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah. Oh, and another Star Wars game was Shadows of the Empire.
Okay.
That was like
played
that was all one player, like kind of long, big, expansive levels, and you know, laser zappings. There was no lightsabers in that one. You're like a mercenary with a blaster. That's it. Sometimes you fly, but yeah.
Well, make one more deep cut. How about like Animal Crossing? Now
I never played that one.
Really?
Never tried
Are you
it.
familiar with the concept?
Yeah, I know of the game. I don't know really what it's about.
Well, just to be brief, it's a cool concept because it's a game that runs in real time. It's each day by day, and every day it's like you have a tiny home, and you get yourself a shovel, you start digging holes, you find cool things, you gather fruit, you sell it to Tom Nook, you start building your house, you make it better. There's these like leaf little pictures, and once you get them, it's like a furniture item. So you get all these cool items, and you can get wallpaper and flooring and design your house, get expansions on your house, you go fishing. You go hang out. You do a whole bunch of stuff. You can write music. You can play music. You can write the theme song for the town.
Can you do this in real life too?
I mean, you can do all these things.
That's
Honestly,
wild.
Animal Crossing is like
Didn't Alyssa make a theme song for this town?
Yeah, actually, she does. It's a beautiful song called Mount Shasta. I don't know if it's a theme song per se. Is like they've accepted. We just played it at a wedding by request.
You did.
Yeah,
I love that.
it was special.
I love it.
So speaking of Mount Shasta, you've arrived here now. But before arriving here, there are places that you've been going to and from, and we're just like literally. I just jumped in, haven't seen them in like what 3 weeks.
Yeah, I know.
So
it
what have you been
feels
up
so
to?
long, but yeah, I've been on the road for like almost 3 months now. This is a 5-month tour, so I'm a little bit past the 2-month, the halfway point. Every time I get to Mount Shasta, there's always like synchronicities. Like how many times have I like gone to the head springs or gone up the mountain and just like all of a sudden just had like an instant connection with someone? Does that ever happen to you?
Oh, totally.
Right?
Yeah,
Like a new stranger that is just like a new friend.
Yeah, it's like a very synchronistic place where just if you're open to that energy, you'll be pulled to exactly the person or place that you're like, yeah, this is the vibe I was looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, like even today I was up the mountain up towards the ski bowl, and I already knew that I wanted to pull off in the parking lot for the lower ski bowl just to like check out the view for a sec. But as I pulled in, there's a guy with a really cool van that's all painted, and like I'm checking out this van, and like you know how you see hippie vans that are all like painted and they're just like kind of like almost like trashy because they're like a little too much. Like rainbows, vomit just everywhere.
Yeah.
This was a very tasteful van with like a mural on it. And there was like a bear with like the mountain and the forest like inside of the bear. There was like the mycelial network in the bottom. There's like all these different cool, really, really cool tones, like earth tones on it. And it was just like a very respectable piece of art on this van. So I pulled up and I just had to talk to this guy about his van for a while, and we just hit it off right away. And all of a sudden he's like, hey, yeah, by the way, I'm throwing an event in Bend, Oregon, July 10th through the 12th. And I'm like, dude, I'm booked in Bend on the 9th. So
That's pretty cool.
I'm like, how much, you know? And so the next thing you know, he's like inviting me to perform at the Vibe Quest. The Vibe Quest of Bend,
you
Oregon.
You just got yourself a Vibe Quest side quest.
Yeah, exactly. That's just one of those synchronicities, but
In Bend.
But
Is
like,
that a weekend?
Yeah, it's a weekend. Yeah, and I'm showing up on the Thursday, so then, yeah, maybe I'll stay for a day or two and go to that thing. But yeah, before that, like I was up in the Olympic Peninsula, and you've been up there. You spent some time there.
Yeah, love it up there.
It's amazing, right?
Shout out to a mutual friend of ours, Serena.
Serena.
Her parents live there.
In
Yeah, when Alyssa and I went up there, we visited.
Olympia?
Yeah, she was up there. No, in Port Angeles.
Okay.
Yeah, in Port Angeles.
Yeah.
We were at the Crab Fest there. There was a festival of crabs. And I didn't participate.
Little scuttlers.
No, yeah, there were scuttlers. There's little skidlers, and skiddies. And
They go in their little holes and then they pop out. They poke their heads. You
Yeah.
walk up, they dip back in.
yeah, I've been eye to eye with a moray eel before.
What?
Yeah,
What?
yeah, just right here.
Eye to eye with an eel.
Yeah, I was in Hawaii in Hanauma Bay, and I turned a corner. We stared each other down, and I made it out.
I've never been there before.
To Hawaii?
Yeah.
I think it's going to call you when the time is right.
Yeah. You know, I found out there's a hostel in the Hoh rainforest.
Oh, really? Up
Yeah.
there? Oh, the whole rainforest is spectacular.
Yeah. It sure is.
Wow.
Yeah, I spent just like an afternoon there. I didn't want to pay for the entrance fee of $30. I thought it was a little steep, so I just I turned around and I found a trail that was like before the entrance. You know, you might technically you're probably still supposed to pay, but regardless, it was before like the pay booth. So I just went on this trail, and I believe this trail must have not been used in it's seldom used because it was so overgrown on this trail. Like I had to like really wade through the ferns and
It's a
everything.
rainforest.
So thick on
That's
this
like
one trail.
a literal rainforest.
It's so beautiful.
It's incredible. Did you see any like cool mushrooms? They got chanterelles out yonder.
There's probably mountain mushrooms, but man, I have such an eye for moss. You know, I'm always
moss.
like just
It's good moss there.
geeking on moss.
Geeking on. It's very good moss there.
Yeah,
And the types of green, the variety.
so like you can be standing there and looking at a log and see like 5+ different types of moss. Not to mention like ferns growing on it and stuff too. Like you didn't even know there's so many different types of moss.
So to circle back, you don't have a national park pass.
No.
How many have you passed?
Well, I went to the Grand Canyon.
It's like $80.
At the Grand Canyon? Oh, for the pass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like a year, and you're like on a big tour.
Yeah, you're right. I should do it. I should get a national pass.
Have you been to Crater Lake before?
No.
Crater Lake is just north of us.
Oregon, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the deepest lake in North America, and it's fascinating because 7,000 years ago, it was like an empty pocket. All the magma drained in it, and the mountain collapsed on itself. And the natives even have folklore about how like the mountains were fighting because of the geology and everything happening in that moment. And over the past 7,000 years, it's just from rainwater and snowmelt, it became the deepest lake in America. It is this blue that cannot be matched. It's like lapis crystal.
Lapis lazuli.
Callback. Yeah, so I'm just saying, it's stunning. So I'm just
Right.
advising that. I'm sorry
Right.
to
I could
be a vibe checking that way, but
I could be popping in for like a few minutes anytime I want.
it's on the way to Bend.
Yeah. Crater Lake.
Yeah, and you know what's in the middle of Crater Lake?
A crater.
Another volcano
meteor.
it's a volcano there's a volcano inside of the crater of a volcano.
What?
It's called Wizard Island.
What?
Wizard Island. There is a volcano in the lake.
So the lake itself was created by a volcano?
Yes. So it's exactly. So think of like a mountain like Mount Shasta, which is a words. Just like a cone, and it collapsed, and now that cone got filled with water over time, and it's in there. But then more lava stuff happened, and it put up another little island with its own little crater, and it's called Wizard Island.
That's badass.
It's wicked cool.
It's almost
It
makes me happy.
It honestly makes me happy too. Yeah.
Just to know that stuff exists.
Wizard Island.
What a beautiful world.
It really is special here.
What a beautiful world.
So, where did you go after you left when you visited the past time?
After what?
I'm sorry, that was unclear. Flint visited for like a two days about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I was here in Mount Shasta a few weeks ago, Yeah, from there I went straight to Portland. Yeah, I went to Portland first. I did the ecstatic dance there. I was only there for like 2 nights, and then I went to the Olympic Peninsula. But I gotta tell you about this mossy log, dude.
Keep going on
in
about the log.
Ho.
I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
glad you went back. Go back to it.
Yeah, because I heard this new song by Handmade Moments. You know them?
Mm-mm.
You would love them.
Handmade moments.
Handmade Moments. Yeah,
Shout out.
they dropped a new song called Moss on a Log, and I was already so obsessed with it. And then all of a sudden I was in the Ho rainforest, and I'm exploring, and I like went like off the trail a little bit, following this like kind of a hint of a trail.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden I found this magnificent log, like from a giant redwood or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So big, like just really wide and really long, and it was just like balancing on the side of a hill, like almost like as if it could just like fall off.
Mm.
I stood on it,
Mm.
and I started like kind of jumping on it to like test like if it was solid or wobbly.
So is this moss on top as well?
There's so much moss.
Just moss.
So much moss on the log.
Shoes, sandals, barefoot.
I was mostly wearing sandals, but I believe I took off my sandals to be on the log.
On the moss.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good feeling. That's why I asked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does feel great on the feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, the log was so big and so mighty that like anything I would do, like jumping on it, would not make it budge at all. Like this log was not going to fall. But like it's kind of teetering almost, like it extends past where the contact of the earth is. So you could like walk out to the edge, and now you like look down and you're like, woo! Like if you fell, it's dangerous.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. As nature is that way.
But on one side of it, it was like a big like canoe, like a big trough, kind of like naturally made into the log, and it was just full of like a vibrant just terrarium of moss and ferns. And I just laid down like right on it, and it just like let this mossy log just cradle me, and I was just like looking up into the trees.
You probably looked like you were like in the Lord of the Rings or something like that. You were just like
It
in
just-
a fairyland.
It just made me like just so gay. I mean, I was literally
That's a 10 out
just
of 10
like
gay.
laughing and crying at the same time.
Oh, wow.
Just at like how cool this was, and just like the perspective of just like, I don't know, we just get so caught up in our worlds and our to-dos, and like, you know, we forget
Yeah,
like
it's true.
how valuable and important it can be just to like really drop in with nature like that. And
It's
the
medicinal.
yeah,
It really is. It
Yeah.
changes your whole experience.
it shifted me big time.
Mm-hmm.
And the Handmade Moments song, it starts off like this. It's like, I was just tripping about past, present, and future when I escaped my body and laid out like moss on a log. So I was like
That's
right
cool.
there with the song.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that was a huge highlight on the whole trip so far.
That's so good.
Yeah, I just like couldn't get enough of it.
It's like you bring that up. It's one of my favorite things in the world. Is literally just to like lay in grass and just like become it. And I'm like, gosh, this is a nice way to live. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you're laying in the sun or in the grass and you just close your eyes and you like your worries go away and you just like become it.
Grass, some types of grass can be kind of scratchy though, can be itchy.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the
you
thing
gotta
about
choose
the
your grass.
Yeah, the moss,
moss
is like
is-
it's
okay,
like
well, I'll just
fairy
say yes.
fairy grass.
I meant, okay, I'll include moss. I agree. Moss is the highest grade quality bed out there when it comes to nature beds. I mean, maybe there's more, but moss is like top grade. So I'll take that back. But laying in moss and just
You can keep it. I mean, you can leave it on the table. You don't have to take it back.
well, I love
Grass
it
is
all.
great. I love grass.
It
It's
could
fine.
be a field. It could be a meadow.
Mhm.
Because like this place is meadows. So many meadows.
It
We
could
were
be
hanging
Phantom
out in
Meadows.
meadow this weekend.
Yeah?
This past weekend at the
The
Castle
Frequency
Lake. Yeah.
Frequency Fest.
Yeah.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, it was at this beautiful campground right by Castle Lake, and it has this beautiful meadow and a creek running through. It's a powerful place. Come visit Mount Shasta. Come hang out with us.
I was hearing about that Frequency Fest, and I was having so much FOMO that I had already made plans.
What's FOMO?
Fear of missing out.
Ah, FOMO.
Yeah, I was really wishing that I would have gone, but Eventually, once I was like in the weekend and I was doing the things I had committed to, like I was like, no, I really am in the right place. But definitely like thinking of you guys and Serena and everybody that I knew was on the lineup, I was like, oh, I wish I was at the Frequency Fest.
It would have been cool having you there. Well, we're
You had a good time?
it was very nice.
Yeah.
I mean, ours was very busy weekend too. We played a wedding Saturday, so we had to do rehearsals on Friday. So we didn't go up until Saturday morning.
Okay.
I played with Parvati, played some bass on a kirtan set.
Okay.
And then went to the wedding, and then Sunday. I mean, it was fantastic. And actually, I got to get better with names. There was this incredible group. There was this really cool DJ singer duo, and the DJ he's been in the scene for a long time. DJ Drew Drez. I don't know. Sorry.
DJ Drez.
Yeah, DJ Drez.
Oh yeah.
Super cool.
Drez is.
Yeah.
He's like the yoga DJ hero.
Yes,
Like
the
his
yoga DJ
music
hero.
is in so many yoga classes.
So he played, and the singer sang like mantras, and her voice was like super well trained and soulful and sultry. It was like really talented. So that was really cool. I was like blown away by that. I was like, dang. And then we got to play, my partner Alyssa, who's an incredible singer as well. I get to just sit back and play the instrument, and people just light up listening to her voice. We played with a drummer. And it was such a joy. He was a beautiful brother, Vidu from Phoenix, Arizona. And his timing was, it had been a while where I got to play with a drummer who I could just play what I'm playing and trust to be able to adapt in real time. And that's such a pleasure and a joy to have. So we had a good time.
Yeah, playing with a good drummer, it's a different vibe.
It really is. Different vibe.
Hey, I was thinking about playing another song that I've been working on.
Oh, please do.
I actually just dropped this one a couple days ago. This is a remix of a Talking Heads song. The original one is Seen and Not Seen. I started this right in the house here, like back in the fall when I was here. That's when I started this. I love that organ sound. My favorite part of the song. SoundCloud a couple days ago because I don't have the authorization to actually use the Talking Heads
Yeah, I
music.
was going to ask. I was going to say, is this THA?
What's that mean?
Talking Heads approved?
No, it's not approved. It's totally just
It's a passion project.
unauthorized remix.
You talked to me briefly in the past about this. So is this where you were able to isolate tracks?
Yeah.
And
So
then you just cut and paste it and just make your own song from their instrumentals?
Well,
or is it?
I'm glad you're asked because if you listen to the original version, you'll realize that it's very, very close to my version. So what I did, like all the musical parts you hear, except for that bass that's like wah 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 yo wah 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 wah. I added that, but almost everything else, all the musical parts, was just like the original song. Like I didn't even like chop it or anything. But the reason why I was inspired to do this was because I just was so into the song, and the original Talking Heads version has like spoken word. There's no lyrics. It's just spoken word. And I just was like, I want to hear this song without the spoken word. You know, I just want to hear the music. And it all started because I heard a song on the radio one time, which I believe is like a mysterious transmission from another dimension that was only meant for me to hear. Yeah, I heard this song
The radio's great.
at midnight on like public radio in Asheville. I heard this song and I was like, this is so cool. And I have no idea what it is, but I'm pretty sure it's like an instrumental version of that Talking Heads song. Well, I looked on their playlist because radio stations they have like a playlist so you can see the names of all the songs they played. They had the song listed right before it, and they listed the song right after it, but they did not list that song. Like I looked up the songs that they had listed, and I'm like, these are not the songs. Those are the songs I heard before and after, but they'd skipped that one in the radio website playlist. I even emailed the DJ, like the manager or whatever, to like try to track it down. Like, hey, like, I swear I heard a song and it was so cool, but like, it's not one of these ones that you guys listed.
That's wild.
He couldn't figure it out either. He's like, yeah, I don't know, it's a mystery. So, anyway, it just felt so like supernatural. It felt like something just like came through like the cracks of existence for me to hear. Anyway.
I like that. Radio's fantastic.
Yeah. So
for reasons like that.
Yeah. As soon as I learned that there was that there's now technology, like every DAW, like Logic Pro, Ableton, they all include like stem splitters that you never used to be able to do that up until recent years. Now you can load any old song in there and you can just have Logic Pro just separate the vocals, the music, the bass, and the drums
That's so cool.
in 4 tracks. So it's, they can't pick out like guitar and give you a guitar track. They can't pick out like keyboard and give you that track. But you got 4 tracks. So what I did, I split it up. I muted the vocals, first of all, because I didn't want to hear them. I wanted the instrumental. And then, rather than just having the instrumental of the original song, I replaced the beat and I replaced the bass line. But I still used the exact same pattern of the original song.
Oh, you just like wrote, but you just used your own tone and your own touch.
Yeah, I just loaded like modern, bass, whatever, like modern production to like make it sound like full and fat.
It's funny you say that. I was listening to it and I was wondering if you recorded the bass on it. I could feel it had a different tonal quality.
Yeah.
But it blended well, but it was just still made me,
Right. But it's still like the same notes. Like I just wanted to give tribute to the original song, but do my own thing. And there's like a couple little things where I made it, gave it a little flair,
Did you put any of those stereo effects in there? Or
that was all there.
That was all there?
Yeah, it's all there.
Wow, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's good production. That's what it's like. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Have you considered singing over it?
Well, my friend told me, he heard it and he's like, that's so cool, man. I think you should do the spoken word because your voice would be great for it. So it's like, maybe I will do that. And I think I'm also going to make like a true remix where I like make it into a new piece of music, But I just love the original so much, and there's never been an instrumental version out in the world. Like Talking Heads never put out an instrumental version, never existed. So to me, I was like, this is the first step. I just want to make like a modern modern master of like the song the way that it was originally composed. You know, but like make it sound modern with like the beat and the bass line. But everything else is just like I love it so much I just wanted to leave it like that. And
Are you gonna put it in the static dance?
I might, but I think I actually played it for the last one last year when I played the dance because I started the remix. Like I've added a lot to it since then. Maybe I'll play it again, but I don't want to repeat too many things for the dance. I'll be more likely to play the Hiroshi Yoshimura remix for the dance. But yeah. Yep, that's what that is. So, you know, there's all kinds of DJs now that are putting out, like, they call it a flip. If it's a remix that's not official, it's not authorized, that's what they call it. They call it a flip. Like, but all kinds of DJs are putting out remixes unauthorized on SoundCloud. It's just at this point, it's part of the culture.
I mean, it's just, we're 20 years in. This is just kind of how it's going. You know, Napster, right? It was kind of not to go too deep, right. But like, yeah, now it's just kind of part of the game. Yeah, and like sampling has always been an art form. You know, it's to me, it's like I'm not trying to make a profit. Like there's no money in it for me to just put that on SoundCloud for people to hear. Like there's no exchange of money, so therefore I'm pretty sure I'm in the clear as far as copyright. You know, it's just like for listening. It's just for like enjoyment. It's not like a business deal that I'm doing to make money off of the Talking Heads. Yeah, like if you were trying to monetize it, it'd be a different thing. But you're just in it for the love of it.
Yeah, if I monetized it, I would certainly have to like get licensed to make this this song.
Or no, Dave Byrne, and get like personal permission.
Possibly, yeah, sure. But it'd be pretty cool if he found out about it. You know, I mean, shit. So yeah, it's just for the love.
Just for the love of it.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing that. It's something I always admired as a musician. The going and learning, you know, the physical instruments, and that's a physical instrument too. But like, and then getting into the computer elements, the DJing elements, the remixing elements. Very, very cool. I've considered many times, and one of these days I might have to jump in to the waters.
You gotta jump in, dude.
I've always enjoyed it.
You've already dabbled. You showed me that one like house song that you guys started. House beat.
That was fun, right? But she lost her computer. The song's gone forever.
What?
Well, the hard drive, I don't know, but it was it's gone.
Dang.
It's okay though. Sometimes songs are good just in the ethers.
I've still got the MP3 that you sent me.
Oh yeah, see, look at this. He's a natural archivist. I
really am.
It's really brilliant. One of my other coworkers who I work with he's a producer, went to school for it, and he's an incredible person, and he's an active archivist. Picking up, he was telling me about even in the Southeast how like a lot of the rappers there who just sell their CDs at gas stations. There's people out there buying them and storing them for musical history purposes, which is pretty cool. Thank you all for your service.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm kind of in that world. I'm a sometimes taper. You know, like in the Grateful Dead, they call them tapers. The people who tapes the shows. You're a taper if you tape it. But I like. Cool. I have a separate YouTube channel that's only for like archive purposes. Like maybe like a video that I took of a really cool show, like somebody that I know that they weren't trying to like release it, but I just like captured like a great moment. Like I'll put it on my separate YouTube channel. That's cool. And I've done it for some other things. For instance, like one of my favorite artists, Reggie Watts, has he's done a couple of like live streams on Instagram where it's like high quality direct audio from the soundboard, but it's just on Instagram. So like that's the only place you can see it. So I've taken the liberty and the effort of like going online and like ripping the video from his Instagram and then putting it on YouTube on my archive channel, just so that it can be enjoyed like more properly, like with a sound system and like a bigger screen,
not just sitting there,
so
like
it's not just stuck on a phone,
Yeah.
So
thanks for doing that. He's super cool.
Reggie
I think
Watts.
was it I was blessed to see him in
You saw him?
Bonnaroo 2011.
Jelly.
Super cool.
I'm talking him before he was on TED.
Yeah, it was awesome. And I vaguely knew him, and it was comedy set, but he pulled out live looping set blew my mind away.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
He's an absolute genius of our time.
I did commit an incredible musical foul later that trip, though.
What?
I ate too many weed brownies, and I fell asleep, and I missed Radiohead.
Oh, jeez.
I was subconsciously there in my tent, and I could hear it. I know, so like I was there, but I wasn't there. So that was pretty rough.
I saw Radiohead at Bonnaroo 06.
What album was that? Is that around like what's that In Rainbows?
Yeah, it must have been around that time.
Fantastic. Yeah. So that's that. But yeah, Reggie Watts. That I really admire the live looping and even like what you do. It's really special. Like the beatboxing on top of that, and top of playing your instrument that is incredibly intricate. So it's like I have mad respect for that, and I have a little bit of a wound around DJs. Because when I used to play live music, there was 3 of us guys who'd play live music and haul our gear up and play at this like really nice, not nice, like it was popular club in Savannah, Georgia. And then a DJ would come on after us and make like 4 times as much of us and just carrying the laptop.
Yeah.
So, but that being said, there's incredibly talented DJs out there, and there's also bums. God bless them. I love you, my brothers and sisters, but you know, that's I'm healing. I love you all. Do what you got to do, but it's an art form.
The whole musician versus DJ thing is totally a thing. Like there's definitely, I mean, I've been through it myself before I started DJing, and even like long before I started DJing, I was able to like, get over it and appreciate the art form of DJing. But yeah, I remember a time when I was just like so anti-DJ. I thought it was just so unfair. That they're just like pushing play on other people's songs and they like make money off of it.
Yeah.
And they don't even have to learn to play an instrument or anything. It still feels a little unfair, but I've also learned that it's also really fun.
It's incredibly fun. I mean, it's the same concept as like if you were to play to a backtrack, like even 5-10 years ago, it's like seen as corny. Now people just don't care. Now it's just like have loud music and entertain.
Yeah.
So like I feel more comfortable being like if I would go on Ableton, record a certain track, and then like leave the guitar and the vocals out, and then play it with it live and feel comfortable. But DJing's cool too because you're making people dance, man.
Yeah, and yeah, that's the thing. To me, it just comes right down to the vibe. Backing tracks can still be incredibly cheesy. And
yeah, it's totally true.
There's still people that are using
love
really
it, dude.
cheesy
There's some
ones.
cheesy ones out there that sometimes I just like to watch because they're funny.
There's a difference between like, all right, let me strum the guitar and like have something that sounds like a crappy imitation of a band behind me.
Yeah.
Versus like you created a track that's like a piece of art in itself that can't be created live.
That's what I'm saying.
That's kind of like where it's like, okay, that's cool.
That's why my buddy's that way because he's like creates that kind of music, and I'm trying to convince him. I'm like, dude, just like record your music, and then when it comes time to perform, whatever instruments you want to play on the track, just delete those parts you'll play live, and then perform your piece of art, man.
Yeah. It comes down to like inspiration. You can tell when there's inspiration behind it or when it's just kind of uninspired and stale. And there's plenty of DJs too that are just like, it's like boring, or you're just like overstimulated because they have no like nuance, and it's just I don't know,
it's and to those out there listening and who are DJs and that way, keep going, keep falling in love with the music, keep searching. This isn't to deter anybody. Keep following that because it's cool. It really is, and like being able to mix different styles of music at the right time.
And I'll say that about any musician too. Like even if I see someone and I think that they're not really impressing me yet or anything, like I'll never tell anyone to just give it up.
Yes,
like that never happens. It never. There's never a time when I would be like discourage someone from engaging with music. I mean, because it's just it's a blessing. It's a gift to our lives. But yeah, and some people just take it way too seriously.
Yeah, that's it. You got to find the balance.
you know, you want to be serious about your art form, but maybe you don't have to take yourself too seriously.
Yeah, take yourself too seriously, and then as a result, you can lose humility, and you start, you know, like kind of walking around like I know everything.
Right.
I don't know nothing.
Right. Shoot.
So, but it does sometimes
Shucks.
irk me when like people take like very simple stuff and they're like, I wrote this. I'm like, did you?
Like what? What do you mean?
Like I don't know. Like I don't know. I'm not even thinking of a specific thing. I'm just thinking of like pre-made beats, and then you kind of. I mean, I get it. It is that. It is. It's like collage. It's kind of like collage. It's like if you make a collage and you go into a newspaper or like a magazine, and you cut up some really cool things and you put it on there, and you're like, yeah, I did this collage. I'd be like, oh, that's awesome. But if you came to me with that painting, you're like, I did this art. I made these. And I'd be like, you cut them out and you put it on a construction paper, but like, yeah, it's a good start. But I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No. I think if it lands and it does something for your soul, then you know there it is. Like
Yeah, that's it. True.
you're allowed to love it. You know, and
Mhm.
if you have a critique around it, that's also valid.
Yeah, and all of you can go back to my song that I sang earlier, and rip that apart because that was one of my first songs I wrote. You can tear it apart. You know, it's like it's true. I can go back to my stuff and listen. I'm like, oof. So that's our message. Just keep going, keep putting it out there. But also, taste is important.
Yeah, taste is very important, and I really respect people who want to continue to improve. You know, I
Totally.
think the best musicians, I think, are the ones that know that there's always room for progress and improvement and learning new things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think
So important.
it gets real stale when you think that you know it all or you've done it all. You know.
Yeah. I don't even know it all. I think I've done it all, and it's become stale to me before. It's so important to find joy in your instrument. Never force it, but to find joy in it, and then you'll just want to keep doing it every day, and then you'll just keep growing. But if you don't, you can lose the passion. I'm at a place where I'm coming out of that, like where I'm not as interested in music actively. I do it, which is really interesting, weird, and I'm confident I'm good at it. But I'm not like haven't been actively seeking out bands or even history or like genres and all this stuff like I used to. And now it comes from more of a place where I've been listening to a lot more podcasts actually, but I'm open to wanting to get really back into music again. But I'm letting the time come naturally.
Relax, dude. You go to music rehearsals like 3 times a week and you have gigs all the time.
Well, it's one thing to do that. But I'm talking about like actively listening to other music and like pursuing other sounds and hearing them and even acquiring them and playing them. I do my part, and always put myself down a little bit in that way. But I'm saying just like a DJ requires you to like love music, styles of music, and like you have to like want it and feed it. That's what's deterred me, is that like I don't think I want it enough.
Well,
like I don't get hooked enough into the music to like sit there for hours and just go.
I mean, that's the thing that I love about being like an ecstatic dance DJ, is it requires me to constantly find new music. You know, it like
that's cool.
It motivates me to go on like listening sprees where I'm exploring and discovering new music, and it really brings me back to like being a kid, where like I was loving music for the first time, and it kind of keeps me always like I'm always kind of on the pulse. I'm always
good
finding like
ya.
the newest releases from like the channels that I'm following and stuff, and High Vibe Records and people in the conscious community and electronic and whatever, handmade moments and all this, so I love that. And even with some DJs, I think some DJs forget that. I think some DJs get lazy and they're just too focused on like genre, like a style of a genre, and then they start just having all this generic blah, just like it all sounds like the same, and like, but nobody's perfect. It's like we're all out here doing the best we can.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's something I've noticed too. I think that's part of the value of like a really good DJ, is like just having something fresh and beautiful to like stir the pot.
Yeah, I agree. Thank you. Yeah, that's it. And thank you for your passion for it. You can feel it. I have a request, and you can say no.
Okay.
You're playing this upcoming Ecstatic Dance on Thursday at Mount Shasta City Park, correct?
Yeah, next Thursday. Today's Thursday, right?
Not this Thursday. Yeah, today's one.
And next week.
Today's
1 week from
Wednesday.
today.
It's Wednesday though. Yeah, a week from tomorrow.
A week from tomorrow.
So, is there any chance you could like drop in just a sliver of a Fela Kuti track for me?
Ooh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Like if you did that, I will come on the dance floor
Yeah.
and I will look at you. I'm gonna come up to you and I'm just gonna give you this just for a few moments until I get a smile, and then I'll move on.
Yeah, I love Fela Kuti for sure. Yeah, whenever I first found Fela Kuti, I was like, can't get enough of it.
Like seriously.
Just like the musical style is so for me.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the lyrical content is like a little too specifically, I don't know. It's good stuff. It's like revolutionary.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it's kind of political, but it's kind of like it's like power to the people kind of messages, which is good. But some of it is just like, I'm not trying to focus on these concepts of oppression in this moment. Like, when I want like a dance song, because I feel that the space for ecstatic dance it's much more of a transcendent, ethereal kind of thing. I want people to have their own experience without having to follow like a narrative of lyrics.
So you generally not include lyrics, or do you are you very
usually,
thoughtful of the lyrics that
yeah,
are used?
that's part of ecstatic dance. Like most ecstatic dance guidelines are like, please keep lyrics to a minimum.
So you choose more instrumentals, which is very full of that. But
More
then it's a
instrumental.
question of, does the message of the lyrics translate into the rhythm? Then does that affect you in what song you choose? The lyrics of the song, even if you don't play the lyrics.
Well, I guess I would mostly focus on songs that never had lyrics.
Okay.
But like with the Talking Heads song, that's why I wanted that instrumental version.
Okay, fair.
Because I don't want them to think about like plastic surgery while they're dancing.
The Talking Heads have some wild concepts, but
I think that no, it's definitely crossed my mind, and I think with Fela Kuti, the best I could probably do is kind of like do kind of like a similar approach, like make like a custom like remix of a Fela Kuti song, but try to keep the original authenticity of the vibe,
Yeah, I think that could be done. That actually, I think, would sound incredible. And there's so many instrumental parts of it too.
It would go over well.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm the same way. Every time I heard it, it was just like, ooh, what is this? It's like the fact that the drum. It's like he's the band leader, of course, and he's like the saxophone leader of he's the soloist of the group. But the drummer is the next soloist. The drummer gets the next freedom, and then every other instrument is like you do the same part over and over again for the next 20 minutes, and just be transic, and it's just so hypnotic.
Yeah. What I love about the Afro beat aesthetic is like, for instance, the guitar, it'll have like a funky riff that it plays, but it's not constantly taking up space. Like singer-songwriter guitar is like the guitar is most of the sound.
It's like always sonically being
it's always
played.
there.
It's like
hardly ever like a musical rest. But with these Fela beat, with these Afro beat guitars, it'll be like ding with and then there's so many different layers that have similar type of things where there's a lot of space in each part. They all come together in like this beautiful pattern that becomes very full with all these different different facets to it.
I love that. You described it so well.
And the
space is so important in music.
Yeah, and the loop itself of whatever the instrument is looping, it's usually like a very long, like 4 measures of a motif or something, or longer. Like it's not just like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that's the loop.
Yeah, gosh.
Yeah, he made his own thing with that style. That's for sure.
Yeah,
there's nothing else. And most of the time when I hear like Afrobeat bands that are trying to like harken to that, it just never quite reaches.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Fela is just like,
He hits good. You know, and I've been getting into Ethiopian music as well, because theirs is like I don't think I think it's a lot more instrumentals.
like Malatu.
I don't know names necessarily. It's just been a matter of like I was at this Ethiopian restaurant.
Yeah.
And 2 songs came on that I was just like, yes, and I put them on my Spotify list.
Yeah.
So I got to just dig deeper because it's super good. It's like African jazz. It's like very jazzy, but then has that Afro-Cuban, not Cuban, Afro like bass to it.
I bet one of the songs you heard is one of the ones I'm thinking of, because this one song became like very widespread, like all over the place. It's called Tizete.
Tizete.
Yeah.
Well, after this, I can check on my Spotify and see if I do.
He's got like a horn. He's got like a sax. What's going on, right? Like a really like soft, muted kind of sounding horn, like sax. It's like. I'll play it for you. See if you've heard it.
I'll take it too.
I'm almost certain you probably heard one of the same, or at least maybe something from the same artist.
Probably similar.
There's this one guy that just like all of a sudden, from way back in the day, all of a sudden his music is all on Spotify, like being suggested a lot.
Interesting. Well, that leads me to one more, and I'll leave it there, as Yusef Lateef. You know Yusef Lateef?
No.
Okay, he's similar in that way. He's like super tasty, blues, jazzy, but has like a Middle Eastern flair to it.
Old stuff?
Yeah. I'll have to show you a track or two of that too. It's super. That's good. Thank you for, you see, like right now in this moment, you're getting me inspired for music. Once again, ladies, just want to come back to that, is that Flint is a full package man.
Oh gosh. Wow.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's a double complete rainbow.
Beautiful, beautiful man here. If I was like my brother, I'd probably still friend zone you.
If you were in the modern way.
The modern way.
Instead of just the classical.
The modern way.
Ladies, I'm single.
See, that was
In which way?
at both.
Well, we're not using in like a negative way.
No.
We're only using it in whatever. We've already been canceled. Nobody's listening anymore.
Well, now that I've been canceled, even if nobody's listening anymore, this one was genuinely funny because like it's like the old school way. It's like it's something nostalgic about it because I'm telling you, not me hurting somebody and already me being defending myself before I say this is already saying that it's probably not great. Is that like the other day I was talking to my friend and I was telling him about my stepdad who has had a heart transplant before. So he has another man's heart in his chest. And then after I said that, I went, gay.
Oh, my front yard. Oh my God. Oh my God. What's it mean? Help me. Too much. Tell me what it means. Oh my God. It's so intense.
Look, at the end of the day, you know that I'm kind of like in the Christian sensibility of morals. You know what? My true belief is that no one has a right to judge another person. So at the end of the day, even if we're like being silly, even if we're making fun of people in a certain way, like that's the thing is nobody really deserves to be judged by another human, and no human has the right to do so. And that's kind of like what that's what the Bible has taught me, or like my Catholic upbringing has taught me, is that like only God is has the authority to judge people. So therefore, anybody who's telling somebody else that they're not allowed to like live their life in a whatever kind of way, it's like, it's between you and God, It's between each person to like have their connection to their creator or whatever spirituality they believe. It's it's their thing to figure out. So if they feel right about it and in their heart they are fine, then I'm still gonna send love. And that's did I tell you about the Quakers at all when I went to the Quakers? I've been to a few Quaker meetings.
Oh wow!
Right?
Elaborate. The Quaker.
Yeah.
We're not talking oatmeal. We're talking.
No.
We're talking full on lifestyle.
I talked about
a way of life.
Yeah, I talked about it in my last episode, which was solo. But yeah, I've been to a few meetings now since the first one, and they've all been very similar style.
Like out of genuine curiosity, or out of like this is for me.
Well, because I was already going to different churches while I was traveling, because I wanted to see like different style of Christian worship.
I like that.
It's fun. Especially since like as a kid, I went to Catholic church and my mom basically like discouraged me from going to other churches. Like she didn't want me to be converted to like a Christian instead of a Catholic. Because they're so freaking different.
That's the amount of division within
right
is
like,
that's a disappointing factor.
Yeah. So part of me, after years and years of not going to church, part of me going to churches, different types of churches, was just to like break that stigma inside myself, like that another type of Christian is worse than a different type of Christian. So I'd go to different Christians, and then I was in Boulder, and I was just like, all right, Sunday morning is coming up. I wonder what the churches are that are local to me. And I noticed there was Society of Friends. That's what their Quaker is like, it's like a nickname.
Yeah, but they're the Society of Friends.
Yeah, the official name
awesome.
for the organization is the Religious Society of Friends. And so they have friends meetings. They don't call it a worship service, they call it a friends meeting. So yeah, I went to one. And the first one was basically a lot like the rest of them I went to, where I walk into a room that's totally silent and everybody's seated in a circle facing the center of the room and nobody is talking at all. And then I just sit down, and once everybody's like seated, we're all in here. Eventually, the whole point is like you don't talk until the Spirit moves you to share something.
Cool.
Yeah. So anybody's
I like that feel. That would be fun to. I kind of want to go to one.
No, you got to, man. It's my favorite thing that I've been to, and like, yeah, like it creates like a real power in the silence, to where like if you're gonna break that silence, it has to be for a reason, And anybody's allowed to just say whatever, to the circle, and there's no preacher, there's nobody leading a sermon, there's nobody like really leading it. At the very end there's a person who's kind of like, they have a title, but it's kind of like a bookkeeper or something like that, and they kind of just like be like, all right everyone, time is up, so for the next 5 minutes we have introductions, everybody can say their name if they want, and after that we'll have announcements. That's it. There's no like message of the day, that we're all supposed to follow and get into. So I've found so much value in that. And like in that first one, I did not share until it was like introductions time. But like, man, I started crying right away in that room, in that silence, just like taking it in. It's just like, I couldn't stop. I mean, I just had tears coming down and down and down.
Wow.
I could not stop the tears. And it was just so like cathartic, and
that's beautiful.
It just felt like really real and powerful in that room. And basically the same exact thing has happened each time I've gone in different cities. I've gone to like 4 of them now. And it's like, yeah, I think there's really something to it. Oh, but I guess I thought of it because, in their code of ethics or whatever it is, it's like part of being a Quaker means that everyone is allowed to have their own personal beliefs.
That's great.
Yeah. We're all Quakers.
everybody's a Quaker ultimately. Yeah, I get that.
I mean, in the Quakers, no
Well-
matter what your belief is, you can have your belief, and you have to allow everyone else to have theirs.
That's a great principle to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. For someone who wants to study the Bible, you can bring the Bible and you can just read the Bible the whole time if you want, and you can share from the Bible if that's what you feel called to do. But if you want to go so that everyone is going to follow this Bible message and you're going to study the Bible together, this might not be the place that you're looking for.
Mm-hmm.
But it certainly is welcome for believers of the Bible to come in and believe what they want.
Mm-hmm.
And it came from a Christian tradition in the first place. But I feel like ultimately somebody figured out hey, people are talking too much. People are trying to brainwash each other. Why don't we allow a space for everyone to pray, their own way?
I agree. Well, it's you're almost saying it's there's been a system built up. I grew up Lutheran, and it was beautiful in its way, but there's a formula. It's every week it's this is our opening song, this is this, we put a Bible verse here, this person says this, we light this candle, we say this. The sermon even has a structure of generally how it goes. So by getting in a space like that and allowing it to just be, there's a certain element of connecting with that divine energy of the present, of the spontaneous energy of that, compared to being oh, I go here because I do this, and then I'm good for the week, So I think having that element of it where it's people are become vulnerable because they're able to share equally.
Yes.
In a space too where it's in the name of something higher than them, because that's what I like to do too, is go to other places of worship, and just feel how much people open up their hearts to that. So I've been down south here is a place called Bethel that has a lot of mixed reviews with the leaders. There was things I didn't agree with. There was things I appreciated. And
is that where Hillsong is?
It's similar. I think they're connected, and it's their music industry is incredible. They make a lot. They spread a lot and bring a lot of people joy.
Some of it's okay.
I know. I'm just trying to be nice. They're good at. I'm trying to say they're good at what they do. They know how to put it out there, and even though I didn't necessarily agree or want to go every week, I could feel the people's hearts open to something greater than themselves. And as a result, that presence feeling of God or Jesus or whatever you want to call it, it is more palpable and you can really feel it. So I'm the same way. I love going to different. I'm in Mount Shasta, man, bringing it full circle. There's so many different traditions here that are honored. And that's why I think it's very important to have your personal one that really resonates with you and to stay steadfast to that. But also, as a Quaker would do, is appreciate everybody to allow them to be in their own belief and their own way of life.
My personal belief is that Jesus is the best.
Jesus is literally in mine too. He's in my line of teachers, and he's the coolest, if you ask me. I grew up with a maroon shirt. I was in a church group, and it said Jesus equals cool.
Wow.
And I agree on that. It's true. Jesus is super cool. I was going to say it too, because he said you are met with the measure you meet with. Speaking on judgment, is that I believe it's if you don't judge other people, the universe won't judge you as much. But if you're very judgmental, that same judgment you use will be used against you, because essentially everything external is internal. And I won't go deeper than that.
Every time you point a finger, you got 3 of them pointing back
right at you. Those tricky little fingers there.
Well, on that note, I mentioned that...
On that note.
This note too. The next 2 episodes of Awaken to Love are featuring 2 different guests who are in the Christian faith. I have a Christian sister named Lily. She's going to be episode 12, and then episode 13 is going to be my friend Brother Shane. From Ashland, Oregon. And Lily's from Seattle. So, yeah, I recorded those episodes with them last summer, and it's just been taking a long time for me to get them all kind of edited and compiled for releasing. But those are officially going to be the next 2 episodes. So those 2 episodes are going to be totally focused on basically Christian faith.
Oh, that's great. And I consider myself, just so that you know, I'm Christian as well.
Fine.
It's great. I mean, like, Lutheran was cool.
Not me.
I always say, like, you know, as like in the Catholic Church, God bless it, but it was always that, you know, like Christ when he was like dying on the cross for us, which is such a beautiful moment. But we got the Jesus where he's like, hey, I came back, you know?
I'm back.
It was pretty great. I'm really grateful for that.
I'm back.
Coming this summer.
No, I'll be back.
That was actually his first quote when he came back.
No, as for me, I don't actively identify myself as a Christian. I don't mind if someone calls me a Christian, but I would lean towards something like follower of Christ.
That's I'd say the same
Christian.
thing for myself instead of like being labeled.
Yeah,
It's like I appreciate it.
just because the like Christianity has kind of become, it just has a connotation that is like kind of loaded.
It's very loaded.
So yeah, I would rather specifically just talk about Jesus than like say like Christians like me.
So you call yourself like what, like a Quaker?
I mean, if anything, I'm leaning towards calling myself a Quaker at this point because I've had such powerful experiences there.
That's awesome. Thanks for sharing those.
Yeah.
But that's it. Yeah, it's like, well, you know, they say religion dies where spirituality begins, and I think Jesus is like the guide towards the, you know, to connecting the personal soul to Creator. He's like the yoke, you know. He's I love Jesus.
The yolk of an egg.
The yolk. No, the yolk of, like, you know,
of an ox.
Well, that's what yoga means. Yoga means
That's
like,
what I've heard.
yeah, yoga.
To yoke.
And that's it. It's a practice of philosophy that connects one to Creator. And Jesus is the greatest yogi. He's great.
Anything else you want to share?
Yes, I do. I just want to say, Alyssa Narum, I love you, sweetie. I'm thinking about you. Our band is Living in Love. We're on Instagram at Living in Love Music. We're just happy-go-lucky folks here, trying our best to be humans and souls, lifting ourselves up. And I just want to say I love you, Flint. Thanks for having me on.
Love you, brother.
Looking forward to hanging out while you're here.
Thanks for coming through, man. I'll see you later.
See you later, brother. God bless everyone.
Bye.